Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
What's up? Big Kirk 916, getting down with Fresh Out. Want to wish all you guys a happy new year. Hopefully you had a safe new year and we'll have a prosperous 2025. Thank you for sharing the channel, for subscribing for the channel. And we're going to continue to bring you dope content. And also check the link in the description. We're getting down on Roku now, and we will also be on Amazon Fire Stick on the Culture Flicks channel. So links in the description, no algorithm, no shadow banning, new content, old content, exclusive content. This story just happened New Year's Eve, New Orleans. Sad situation, man. U.S. Army veteran driving a pickup truck drove into a crowd of people. They said that 30 were injured, upwards of 15 were killed. And they're saying that he might not have acted alone. The FBI is still investigating. They're looking at it as a terrorist attack. Investigators found guns and what appeared to be improvised explosive device in the vehicle, along with other devices elsewhere in the city, the famed French Quarter. So as soon as this, I guess, happened, people started looking up this guy, and an old video resurfaced of him on
with Blue Metal Properties and team lead at the Midas Group at Core Realty. I just want to say hello and let you know a little bit about me. So I'm born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and now live in Houston. And I've been here all my life, with the exception of traveling for the military, where I spent 10 years as a human resources specialist and IT specialist, where I learned the meaning of great service and what it means to be responsive and take everything seriously, dotting I's and crossing T's to make sure that things go off without a hitch.
That's interesting. And, you know, one thing about social media is that we have databases now. People who have at one point or another shared their private life with the public, and we can go back and look at that to see kind of like what type of person was this individual. Now, the police department in New Orleans, they had this to say.
Hold on. Then who was next? We had over here.
Hi, Rachel Wolf from the Wall Street Journal. You said you were confident there are multiple suspects involved. What makes you confident in that?
Well, like, why would we tell you that? Again, again, we want to answer pertinent questions. But anything that would lead to impeding or endangering this investigation is not going to be said, okay? And we will, as information unfolds, this is a very fluid process. And remember something too, we're doing two things. We're hunting some bad people down, and we're securing the city too. We're getting ready for a Sugar Bowl tomorrow. So if y'all would, again, if you have questions regarding the Sugar Bowl, the safety of the city, or something to that effect, we're happy to answer.
So the Sugar Bowl was supposed to be today, I believe, at the Superdome. That was the college playoff football game. That was delayed. This incident has shook the city, and they're not saying, as far as if there were other people involved, because they're investigating. And of course, you don't want to mess up the investigation by giving up too much game. But it appears to be there could have been other people involved planning this out. I mean, the border's been wide open, man. But this individual was in the U.S. Army. So he was a veteran of the U.S. Army, but who knows what his beliefs were or who he had linked up with, what group he had collaborated with. I mean, this is almost like something from the show 24. If you, with Kiefer Sutherland, if you ever watch that show and you have this day that has all these different things happening, this kind of reminds me of something like that. And it's almost like a race against time to find out where the main plot of whatever their agenda is going to be at. Now, I don't want to, say anything negative to wish anything bad there. I hope that this is the end of it and they could find all the people who are involved. Sad situation for people trying to bring in 2025. Horrible. Obviously, this man planned this out. If he had improvised explosives, he had to be somehow looking for a bigger agenda with this to make a statement. And it kind of says there are other maybe targets by listening to, the New Orleans Department of as far as their police department, saying that, they're still investigating. Who knows, what else, chatter that was linked up between communication, if they had some type of communication device, cell phone, walkie-talkie, whatever they had. But you got to be safe out there, man. And you never know where it's coming from. I mean, like I said, this was somebody that was in the U.S. military, but the borders have been open. People have been coming through, and they've been allowed to go all over the country. So protect yourself and your family. Watch yourself. Use situational awareness. If you're going to be out in a crowd, pay attention. And it's obvious some people, in a situation like this, they don't care whether they live or not. This guy was on a suicide mission, so not, like I said, I'm not trying to invoke, any fear mongering, but just have your eyes open, look around, pay attention, don't walk with your head down, and, man, pray for the families. 2025 for these families is a sad situation, but we're going to get through it. We're going to move forward. Hopefully those investigate will find wherever road this leads down to, so that they can close this door, and the people of New Orleans can feel like their safety is in check. So Big Herc 916, fresh out.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at FreshOutSeries.com.
Visit BigHerc916.com to pick up a limited edition GTA poster signed by me for $10, or with your purchase of a Wig Splitter Porsche t-shirt, I'll throw in a free poster signed by me for you.